Woo! What's up, my people? This is ShowBizz, the adult. All right, man, look. Yeah, I see you. Come on in. Yeah, the water's fine. Biggie Smalls is the illest. Oops. All right, man, look. Come on in. Come on in, the water's fine. Suspect Puma, what's going on with you? Jay Cooley, salute to you. Come on in, man. Let's talk about the franchise title. Come on in, man. Come on in, Tony. Come on in, the water's fine. Logan, hey, don't forget, man, to like, share, subscribe, all right? We need to get as many people in here as possible. Yeah, man, I know. I don't do live discussions. I always go live for the fight. And then I do my my videos, but I think the ShowBizz, the adult community, is extremely confused. And I think we should shoot out questions and answers. You know what I'm saying? Let's shoot out some questions and answers. Let's see what's up. All right, man, look. Boycott the franchise title. Yeah, Jay Cooley, let's start. Let's start. I'm from West Phoenix too. Tony, yeah. I mean, you know, I'll make a video, I get a lot of comments, and I'm saying, let's raise the awareness, let's have an understanding. And the reason why I want to do this is this. I don't just jump out following any rhetoric. I don't. Okay? I don't just jump out and say, everyone's hating this, let me hate it too. I'm not a follower. I'm my own thinker, always been. So let me go to the source. Let me be knowledgeable. So I spoke with the WBC. I'm saying, let's be knowledgeable of the situation. At least I know what to be angry about. And what I'm finding out is a lot of the boxing community doesn't even know why they're angry. They're angry about the franchise title for all the reasons that's not even true. So I want to raise the awareness so you can be angry about the right things. Be knowledgeable. Don't just sit back and say, oh man, that's bull crap. Everybody else saying it's bull crap. Let me say it too. Understand. Understand. No, it's not a title. It's a designation. Absolutely. What's up, man? Griggs, what's going on with you? Understand that it is different. It's what we don't know boxing ass. It's not Bob Bangrove. What's going on with you, man? Shout out to you all the way in Canada. Knowledge is key. You know, it's not what boxing has been. Okay? So, but my thing is franchise should be gone to undisputed champion in the weight division. Hold on one second, because that's not even that's what I'm saying. Franchise title is so not that. It's so not that idea. So let me explain to you this. We can't say we hate the way boxing is. There's all these dunkers and all these cherry pickers. Then a new idea come and it's like, I want it how it was. My man, look, check this out, ladies and gentlemen. You can't burn the candle from both ends. Pick one. Okay, when you say, the one thing I want to discuss, the only deserving franchise is Pacquiao. Wrong. Pacquiao wouldn't work out as a franchise champion. You're missing what the franchise title is. You're missing it. It's not a Hall of Fame title. It's not that. You're completely missing it. All right, so look. Let me explain the franchise title once again. What's up, Anthony Howard? It is a designation for a fighter who goes up and down different weight classes. It's something to say that this fighter, when he moves up in weight, he can challenge for the belt. I'm not talking about the WBC belt. I'm talking about the WBA belt, the WBO. He can challenge the champion in that weight division because he has this designation. You see what I'm saying? And then when he loses, he doesn't have to keep climbing up these ladders to fight again and to fight for a championship title again. You get what I mean? But you're wrong. It's not to promote big fights because the franchise holder has no obligations anymore. Listen, okay, let me just break this down. Let me break this down. The franchise, it doesn't promote big fights because the franchise champion doesn't have obligations anymore. Okay, Deontay Wilder, did he fight Dillian White? Yes or no? Let's start. Is doing whatever what others are doing is screwing with boxing. He knows his sports. Listen to me. No, he didn't, did he? He didn't. Did Dillian White get a chance to fight Deontay Wilder? No. I'm talking about before then. No. Listen to what Deontay Wilder said. Listen before you start jumping on balls. Whoop! I jumped on this ball. Whoop! Let's jump on this ball. Listen to what Deontay Wilder said. Did any of you listen to that video when Deontay Wilder said that he's going to turn down the franchise title? Did you guys hear that? Did you guys see that video? Not just hearsay. Did you see it? Okay, He Knows the Sports. Hold on. Did you see it? Oh, and subscribe to He Knows the Sports. The dude's hilarious. He doesn't have enough subscribers for how hilarious he is. All right, so you saw that? Okay, when you look at the video, what did he say? I like having my mandatories. I like making him wait. I like having my mandatories. I like making them wait. I like having my mandatories. I like making them wait. Did you hear him say that? Y'all talking about the real ones won't take the franchise title. He said, I like my mandatories. I like making them wait. Right. That wait means ducking. It means cherry picking. I like cherry picking. I like making them wait. I like fighting somebody other than my mandatory. So the titles with their mandatories didn't help anything, did it? It's still man down, strap season, alpha dog, the unified champion, the champ. Absolutely, Jay Cooley. Can we start there? Did the mandatory, yet he been making White wait for a while. Did the mandatory make people fight? They were cherry picking anyway, right? Disciplined mind boxing fan, absolutely. Right? He chose Brazil. I'll fight Brazil. That's what I'm saying. There were certain mandatories that people weren't fighting anyway. You're talking about real ones, man. Yeah, he a real one. He turned down a franchise title. When he said, I like my mandatories, I like making them wait. Is that a real one? Understand, I have nothing against Deontay Wilder. What Deontay Wilder was doing is the status quo. That's what boxing been. That's what boxing has been. So this is the franchise title. Okay, so now that we're talking about ducking and saying a real one, now we know what ducking is. Now here's the franchise title. I'm not saying the franchise title is better. I'm saying understand what you are hating on. Just gain the knowledge of what you're hating on. So, hey man, love you too, OA. So the franchise title, what it is the permission to take on any fighter without losing your designation. Deontay ain't just saying that, you cherry picking his words. He didn't just say that, but that was something else he said. So listen, allows you to duck best fights. No, listen. I have to drop Love, man, one of the best channels out there. Thank you, Discipline. So losing your designation as what though? Okay. The franchise title allows you to fight anyone without losing the leverage to keep fighting anyone. Let me tell you this. Let's say Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia hasn't fought in a while, has he? He hasn't fought in a while, has he? Mikey Garcia, he hasn't fought in a while, has he? You want to know why? Because if he loses again, he drops all the way down and he doesn't get the capability. He doesn't have the opportunity to take on a champion again. That's why people cherry pick. That's why people cherry pick. Makes no sense because if you lose, you should have to rebuild somewhat. Let me listen. Every champion has the right to flex their proverbial A-side status. But Canelo and Loma have done this on a whole nother level. I hear you, ShowBizz, but either fighters like above are going... No. Listen, these fighters are warriors, every fighter. But the reason why Danny Garcia hasn't had a fight in a while, Mikey Garcia hasn't had a fight in a while, is because they are afraid of losing. But they're afraid of losing, not because they're afraid of just losing. They're afraid of losing their leverage to be able to fight for big money fights. They want to keep fighting for big money fights, so they select their opponents so they can stay hot. But if you grant someone the ability to never lose that ability to make big money, they'll fight anybody. Listen to what I'm saying. Canelo Alvarez got the franchise title. Loma got the franchise title. They will never lose the ability to fight anybody they want. Now, Canelo Alvarez will fight and could lose to Better BF. It doesn't matter because he doesn't lose the leverage to fight another champion. So it's an incentive to fight more people, to fight more champions, have big fights. Everybody's afraid to lose because they're going to lose their WBC title. They're going to lose their WBA title. They're going to lose whatever title. When you give a franchise title to somebody, they don't have that fear of losing it, so they can always have big fights. So they're going to fight everybody. Do you hear what I'm saying? It's you got to understand, it's a business thing. It still hurts their legacy, though, even if you're a franchise champion, or do you think that matters? Brent Jones, you and I are from the old school. So, not to say you're old, our brains are historic. So it's hard for us to adjust to this. In theory, let me tell you what the franchise title is. It is a symbol, it symbolizes what Floyd Mayweather's whole idea was. You are explaining the true purpose for the WBC. I hear you, ShowBizz, but the issue is certain fighters are going to find the loopholes. I don't have a crystal ball. You know everything he knows in sports. You can see the future. I can't. The first time I saw a franchise champion fight was Canelo Alvarez against Kovalev. I'm not that type of man. I'm not that type of man to say, oh, this ain't gonna happen because this ain't gonna happen. I don't move like that. But let me tell you what the franchise title is. It's symbolized what Floyd Mayweather was saying. Floyd Mayweather said, belts does nothing but collect dust. There are too many alphabet titles out there. Floyd Mayweather knew a long time ago, back when I didn't understand it. I'm like, wait a minute, man, legacy. Take a championship belt, take this title, collect all the straps, man, be Thanos. Think about what Brent Jones is saying. He's talking about legacy. With Floyd Mayweather, he was ahead of the game. Floyd Mayweather was ahead, he knew. And I don't like Floyd Mayweather's theories and ideas. I don't. But now that I saw the franchise title, I get what he was saying now. Floyd Mayweather, belts don't matter. Only big fights matter. So the franchise title is allowing Lomachenko and Canelo Alvarez to have all big fights. Boom. It allows for the promoter. It allows for Bob Arum. It allows for Oscar De La Hoya to have nothing. Floyd knew that. He was like, belts, y'all fighting for belts, I fight for dough. He knew. Floyd knew all this time. He knew. If you believe in the franchise title, then you believe Canelo is the real champ at 168. He ain't the real champ. Well, you saying if I believe that, I don't understand. But when I'm saying if Canelo Alvarez with the franchise title goes to 168, he becomes the WBC champion. Franchise fighter is a fighter that will fight anyone in his division, not afraid to lose anything. But sadly, boxing business is there. Right, but nobody was fighting anybody. I'm not capping for Jack. You ain't thinking. You want me to pick sides because that's all people do is pick sides. I don't. You're not thinking. I don't care who. If Canelo can lose his next 15 fights, I don't care. Lomachenko can retire from boxing and say he'll never fight again. There's so many fighters out there, I could care less. I'm trying to have you guys, the boxing community, grow in knowledge. People don't want to, it's just like my videos. People read the title, but don't listen to the content. People look at the judge books by its cover and say, hey, yeah, I know everything that happened in the book. People don't listen and learn anymore. I'm saying understand what it is before you hate on it. You can hate on it all you want, but everything y'all saying is false. That's why I'm getting on here. Yeah, Chase, we can disagree, but I wanted you to know what it was. What is the franchise title? ShowBizz, should Canelo stay at light heavy and should he face Better BF? He should face the best fighter out there. Me, I think Canelo beats Better BF. Why? I don't think Better BF has had the type of championship fights. See, here's the thing about Better BF. Why everybody is in love with Better BF right now. Volsic was the lineal WBC champion. Why was nobody talking about Volsic? Volsic was the man too. He almost, what he did with Adonis Stevenson was, oh my God, we almost had a tragedy. Okay? Volsic, he was the man. No one jumped on him. No one even knew Better BF until the Volsic fight. I did an interview with Volsic. I only got like 4,000 views on that because nobody even knew who they were. And now they saw that fight. Oh, Better BF. They don't even know. People are skimming, bro. This video title makes perfect sense. It will help boxing, definitely. Franchise titles just mean you can duck who you want when you want. Yet, once again, you're not, I can't even answer that because you're not listening. ShowBizz, do you think is the biggest fight for Canelo next? The biggest fight for Canelo next would be Andre Ward. If not Andre Ward, because I know they're kind of like toying with the idea. After that, man, honestly, I would like to see him against Jamal Charlo. I would like to see him against Charlo. Real talk. Why is Loma not clamoring for the elite fighters at 135? Tank is there now. Haney is there. Comey is here. Lopez is there. Bro, who was fighting? He knows. That's so sad that you said that. That means that you don't even know what's going on. And I'm embarrassed by that because I just told everybody to subscribe to your channel thinking that you know a lot about boxing. The thing is, Lomachenko is taking on the winner between Comey and Teofimo Lopez. You got to understand this. He knows the sports. Before there was a Devin Haney ball bag. Devin Haney. Whoops. I'm on his balls here. Whoops. I'm on his balls here. Before there was a Devin Haney ball bag, Teofimo Lopez was the man chasing down Lomachenko. Before that, it was Comey who's supposed to have fought Lomachenko. And when Lomachenko didn't fight him, everybody's like, man, you ducked him. When Comey is the one that actually got injured. So they're fighting for each other. Everybody is jumping on a new trend before the old one had a chance to materialize. They already jumped over Teofimo Lopez and Comey when really that was the one that's materializing. Lomachenko is about to fight the winner between them two to become undisputed. I don't know what you're talking about. He's not ducking anybody. He's waiting on the winner between Teofimo Lopez and Comey, and that's the next fight. Bob Arum already said that. What are you talking about? ShowBizz, does this take away from the prospects coming up? Yes. It does, in a way, in my opinion. This is what the franchise title does. It puts in the prospects' minds that, oh man, I want the franchise title. They start losing the value of the WBA, the IBF, the WBC. It trumps everything now. That's the problem. That's what I don't like. I don't think it's good for the boxer. I think it's good for the fans. We get to see all the big fights. But the boxer, now there's two favorites. Now there's Lomachenko and Canelo. Those are favies. But everybody else is like, yo, I want that belt. It's like, dude, forget that. Fight for the WBC. Pfft, screw the fight the IBF. Man, forget that. I want to be a franchise man. That's the problem. Now that's the problem. Now that is the argument. That's the one that I'm all about. I don't know how it helps the boxer coming up. That's the problem. That's what I see happening because, hold on, because losses allow the next dog up. I see what you're saying. Why would he, but here's the thing about that. I get what you're saying. The next dog, I'm mandatory now. I'm working to become mandatory. The problem with boxing was people were still weren't fighting his mandatories. The Deontay Wilder fight, Dillian White. They still weren't fighting their mandatories. They still weren't fighting them. So how do we get these guys to have fights? Too many belts, too many lanes in the same division. Absolutely. Now that, you know when you and I agree with that. There's too many titles. This leaves out people like Luis Ortiz and White who are contenders. There won't be no franchise champion for the heavyweight division, so don't worry about that. Whatever happened with the heavyweight division will always happen. ShowBizz, you are giving people a lesson. Dude, I am trying my best for them to understand. It's just like if somebody said, hey man, look, ground beef is bad for your heart. Ground beef is bad for your heart. It's going to kill you. All right, here are these new veggie burgers. Veggie burgers, a burger is ground beef. That's what we're doing now. We want to complain about everything, and that's what makes boxing, that's why boxing gets in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So we're like, hey, man, these people ain't fighting their mandatories. And they're not fighting their mandatories. This is a ducker. This is a ducker. And then they have the franchise title to where all these champions will have to fight each other. This is a thing where Canelo Alvarez, everywhere he goes, he's going to be fighting the big fights. Now, every Canelo fight is a big fight. Every Lomachenko fight is a big fight. Screw that. They're ducking. If you fight one champion, you're ducking somebody else's favorite. If Canelo Alvarez doesn't fight Better BF next, if he fights Jamal Charlo next, he ducked the real smoke and Better BF. If he fights Better BF and let's say he beats him, he ducked all the middleweights. He ducked Andre, the real smoke. If he fights Andre, you ducking Billy Joe Saunders. If you're fighting the champion, you're ducking somebody else's favorite. That's for sure. But people were ducking anyway. Floyd Mayweather had it right, man. You'll never please a boxing fan. Nah, too much politics. That's taken away from the true value of the sport. Exactly. Which is why I keep saying, I just want to see a great fight. I stopped caring of who had what belt, who had what title, who's with what promoter. People sitting there going for Bob Arum and rooting for PBC. Like y'all getting paid. I ain't getting paid. What you rooting for Matchroom for? You ain't getting no paper. What I'm saying is I am rooting for a good fight in the ring. I'm done looking behind the scenes and saying this person got this belt and this person's trying to do that. It's all fugazi. That's the one thing I like about the franchise title. Canelo Alvarez, I don't care if he loses or if he wins, but they were caring too much because they were losing their leverage. So with the franchise title, you never lose your leverage. So now, Canelo, you can grow a pair and fight everybody. Lomachenko too. Now that you won't lose your leverage, you have all the incentive in the world to fight everybody. So, see, except for Devin Haney. That's the problem, because Devin Haney has a WBC title. I'm not sure what incentive Lomachenko has to fight another WBC champion. That's a loophole too. But other than that, Canelo Alvarez and Lomachenko get to fight all the big fights. So as long as I'm seeing a big fight, I don't care if PBC is winning, if the Zone is winning. If I don't give a damn, I ain't winning. I'm just sitting back. The only time I win is if I see a fight that's entertaining, like Inoue against Nonito Donaire this morning. What's more important? Money, power, respect in boxing as a fighter. It used to be respect. Now it's money. That's where I'm at, ShowBizz. Want to see the great fights. That's it, Brent. We got it. Too bad. Who's the champion? It doesn't care, because Floyd was right. Belts does nothing. They do nothing but collect dust. And it's sad. It's sad. But now that that's where we're at right now, whatever tool is used to have these fighters fight each other, I'm for it. What else we got? FU. Boxing fans these days claim promotion company sides. They weird. You ain't never lying. He knows. ShowBizz. Fight fans have been told immediately after Luke Campbell back in September that Loma would be taking on Junior for the tune-up fight. Then he would fight Coleman and Lopez winner next. No. Bob Arum said that he'll be fighting the winner between Coleman and Lopez, but we'll see what happens. All right, what else we got? Today's morning fight was one of the best I've seen. You got that right. Oops. So if belts aren't good, then how do we arrange who the best fighter is? You know who the best fighter is. Thanks, ShowBizz. Explanation for the franchise title. Understood. Definitely Brian Knight. Let me tell you. We need to get off that. Because these sanctioning bodies they've been defining who we should like for too long. We know who the best is. Look at them. We know who the best is. Take a look at them. We already know. When these fighters, remember when Clubber Lang was about to fight Rocky Balboa? They knew Clubber Lang was the man before he even became the number one. They knew he was the man. We know who the best is. We know who the best is. We just need these guys to fight each other. That's it. You don't need a belt to define who's the best is. Not for you. Not for you. The Loma Devin situation is very reason why franchise is counterproductive. It's counterproductive in that way, Chase. I agree with you. When it comes to WBC fighting the WBC, now I have a problem. Because it behooves the WBC to have two great champions, Devin Haney and Lomachenko. Devin Haney's going to run the world until he takes on Lomachenko. Lomachenko going to run the world until he takes on Devin Haney. Let's have them two reign for a long period of time. That's my problem. When it comes to the WBC taking on WBC, that's my problem. That's the only problem I have. Until the WBC can call me and let me know that the franchise title won't steer us away from that, I can't see how not. That's my problem. Biz. But the thing is about Devin Haney, he's not a big fighter yet. So Lomachenko ain't even thinking about Devin Haney right now. He's thinking about big money, big fights. Because when the sport is done with Lomachenko is the sport. Boxing doesn't give to retired fighters. Look at Pernell Whitaker. That's why Floyd Mayweather said belts does nothing but collect dust. I'm about the money. Floyd Mayweather was saying, when I'm retired from boxing, who's going to pay me? Who's going to give me a pension? There's no pension. If I do everything for the blood, sweat, and tears, who's going to do something for me? Sweet Pea Whitaker got hit by a car because he couldn't afford one. He's one of the best fighters of all time. Does boxing give back? So these fighters are just thinking about the dough because they're thinking about their future. They're thinking about their families. They don't, just like AJ said, I don't pay my own mortgage. I don't pay for my own stuff. I got so many people in my family that I'm taking care of. If I get hit off the top of my head and I go blind, is boxing going to give to me? No. Perfect scenario for the WBC franchise. Floyd beat Oscar, relinquished the 154 title, fought Hatton for the 147 belt, retired, then came back. Yeah, that's franchise. Boom. Floyd had his own franchise title. Floyd made his own franchise title. Biz, wouldn't this encourage the other champs to duck the franchise champ? No, because if you beat the franchise champ, you're granted immediately mandatory. So let me tell you something. Hold on real quick. If Teofimo Lopez loses to, let's say Teofimo Lopez beat Richard Comey, follow me, and Lomachenko were to beat Teofimo Lopez, and Lomachenko is now undisputed. Lomachenko, if Lomachenko were to beat, if Teofimo Lopez were to beat Lomachenko for the franchise belt, he becomes mandatory for Devin Haney's belt. If you beat a franchise champion, you become mandatory for the WBC championship title. So though Lomachenko doesn't lose a franchise title, you're granted mandatory to become the WBC champion. That's the plus of taking on a franchise champion. Who's the lineal champion right now in the lightweight division? No one is yet. I think we have to create an undisputed champion. So we'll see who is when the undisputed contest happens. Once we have an undisputed champion and he defends the title for a certain amount of times, then that person is considered lineal, I think. I think that's how that goes. Why not just go straight to Haney then? Because you can cherry pick. You can cherry pick. If Teofimo Lopez has nothing to fight Devin Haney, I'm about to come barehanded. Fight me, Devin Haney. Devin Haney could be like, nah, man, I'm going to fight. I only fight for money and the belts. You see what I'm saying? So in order to beat, so if he becomes mandatory, even still, Devin Haney could make him wait, just like Deontay Wilder. So boxing is a very, we already know how it is. We already know how it is. But it's Captain for Ducks. Well, then you don't understand what I'm saying. Biz, do you think there would be a Canelo versus Smith? And who do you got? I think it'd be a Canelo versus Smith if the people demand it. Because Canelo will have no reason not to fight Smith. Would he? He have no reason not to fight Smith. I missed a donation. My bad. Let me see. Rico O'Neal, thank you very much, man. Thank you. All right. Greats never had a safe place to fight. Bruh, you had 6 hours. Yeah, man. Yo, Biz, do you think KSI versus Paul fight will affect the true boxers' buzz because of their celebs trying this? No, I think it helps boxing. It helps boxing. Let me tell you why it helps boxing. Think of how fugazi the casual fan is when it comes to the sport of boxing. Devin Haney's the man. Better BF the man. All it takes is one fighter, one fight. If you fight one fight and they saw you and you did a good job, and then you call out somebody, hey, he's ducking him. We're so fugazi that we're jumping on the hot trends. So How can boxing capitalize on it? Have the most trendy fight there can possibly be. KSI versus Logan Paul. And when you do that on the undercards, you sneak in Billy Joe Saunders. You sneak in Devin Haney. So people can become more aware of what the true sport has to offer. It's a smart thing. Very smart thing. Who do you got, though? Smith or Canelo? I got Canelo. It's a tough fight, though. What is your prediction, I got Logan Paul, dude. He's the closest thing to what a fighter would look like out of the two. Biz, how is Kovalev considered aged out and a older Pacquiao, and Pacquiao isn't? Because age ain't nothing but a number, right? So everybody is on their own clock. Let me give you an example. When I went to get myself checked out to be a donor, because I gave my kidney to my brother. When I went to the Mayo Clinic and they gave me a checkup all the way through, they asked my age. I told them I'm 39. They said, you have the body of someone in their 20s. So I am of a different clock. Manny Pacquiao, his clock is different. Look at LeBron James. Have you ever saw somebody your age and was like, dude, you look old as farts, boy, you old as balls. What do I look like that? People are on different clocks. Kovalev age different than Pacquiao. His 40 ain't the same. It ain't nothing but a number. People age differently. Man, that son is, hold on, man, that mug is brutal. Hold on, dog. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Oh, woo. 39, then. I thought you were, yeah. In my condition, you know, I don't drink, I don't smoke and stuff like that. I didn't age, and plus good genetics. So I aged better. You know what I'm saying? So there's people that can live on forever, bro. Forever. And they're doing just fine. You know what I mean? Somebody like me, if I start doing blow and coke and drinking, I go out just like that. Those rock and rollers that can be doing blow and they're still alive and all that, they are different human beings. Their clock is different. You know what I'm saying? Think of Roy Jones Jr. Roy Jones Jr. got hit with one good shot, and that dude was finished. Some people are just put together differently. Why isn't Tank demanding the Haney fight? Tank should be mandatory for Haney's belt now. Chris Jamie, no. Bro, y'all going way too fast. Information. That boy just stepped a toe into 135. Let him fight Gamboa. He just stepped his toe in 130. Let him fight Gamboa. Give him a second. Give the man a second. And why is Devin Haney? Devin Haney's 20 years old. He's a boy, okay? He's the man for sure. But I don't see Tank Davis saying, I got to look up to Devin Haney. He just stepped a toe in there. Fight Gamboa, get busy. 2 million belts in boxing? Yeah, we know that. Clock, you are talking about Bernard Hopkins? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Real life boxing. Hey, real life, man. Hey, much love to your grind, okay? I've seen a few of your videos as of late, and you still grinding them out. And I want to tell you this, man. Your views aren't that high right now. But I started off the same way, brother. Just keep giving them the facts. Keep giving. He knows his sports. You too. Your subscribers and stuff is low and all that stuff. Just keep hitting them. Keep hitting them. You know what I'm saying? You're different than I am. Real life boxing. You're different than I am. I'm different. Okay? But that doesn't mean we all can't get it. So the subscribers, they'll pick and choose who they want to get with. Just keep hitting them. What do you think about Mikey Garcia? What I think about Mikey Garcia is this, man. He's fallen into what boxing has been. A fear to lose. Oh, much love, he knows his sports. A fear, he fears because everybody is, whoops, I'm on his balls. Whoops, I'm off his balls now. Whoops, Mikey Garcia knows he can't afford to lose. If he loses, the boxing fans will say, bye-bye, you and I don't. That's how the boxing fan, if we were realer, if we were more real, think of the UFC fans, how hard they go for Nate Diaz. That dude got more losses than wins, man. But they rock with dude. That's how we got to be with boxing. If we were more steady and more real and more true, then they'd take a loss. Yeah. Think about Roberto Duran. Roberto Duran was losing like a mug. No one cared. Everybody was like, that's my dude. Woo! When Roberto Duran, the time that Roberto Duran, when everybody gave him a finger, was when he quit. Don't quit. You can lose, but don't quit. No, real life is funny. But you know what I'm saying? I know he's 20 and 13. It was a joke, but you know what I mean. Arturo Gatti, yes. Who deleted his mess? Oh, you retracted it. Arturo Gatti, same way. There ain't too many fights I wanted to see outside of Gotti. There ain't too many fights I wanted. Let me tell you something, dude. Win, lose, or draw, I could give a damn. I was watching a Gotti fight. I don't care. Gotti's fighting, I'm watching it. Okay? That's what we got to get back to. That's what we got to get back to. Love these fighters, man. They're in there for war. Real life, man. You know what I'm saying, regulator? They're ready for war out there, man. Yeah, Gotti's one of my favorites. And a moneymaker. Don't get that twisted. He was a top attraction. He was a top attraction. Adrian Broner. Let me tell you what Adrian Broner did. Let me tell you. Can I give my Adrian Broner story? There's so many. Why is it lit up in this? How many people are in here? How many people in here, bro? Seriously, I turned mine off. 259. Okay, that's not bad. Well, here we go. The Adrian Broner story. This is my Adrian Broner story. Adrian Broner had more guts than he had will. Adrian Broner had more guts than will. Okay? You understand what I'm saying? Rob Bangrove? This is my Adrian Broner story. Adrian Broner was taking on everybody. That dude moved up to welterweight. He said, look, I'm going to take on Mike Donna because I'm just that dope. He has all the... Adrian Broner will fight a damn mule. He will fight a damn rhinoceros. Dog, Adrian Broner doesn't care, okay? But what he doesn't have is the will. He doesn't have the work ethic. He wanted to be Floyd Mayweather without Floyd Mayweather's hard work and dedication. That was the problem. See, he didn't want to put in the work. That dude would look down, he'd stare down the barrel of a bazooka, but he ain't want to put in the work. That's what got him. Yeah, AB would be undefeated if he wasn't. Truer words were never spoken. If AB was a cherry picker, he'll be undefeated. You see that? You see that? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. He just got put in the work ethic. That's why I don't like him around Gervonta so much. But, hey, what do I know? I don't know. They probably kicking it. Who knows? Tim W., shout out to you, man. You're a real one. ShowBizz for YouTube franchise. Y'all be killing me, man. My stomach. Great channel and viewers. Oh, yeah, I got the best team. I don't know why. Look, let me tell you something about my ShowBizz adult community. Now that I'm sick, like I'm recovering, not sick, I'm recovering. Now that I'm recovering, I can see the guys that are show business partners I would look at the comments and they would be in other channels talking mad garbage. Yo, I've seen ShowBizz. I'm like, dang, that's not. But for some reason, when you guys are here, you're like super cool. But I've seen you guys like people I love. I'm like, that's good people right there. That dude's up in there like, look, man, shut your whole ass up. I'll be dying, bro. Like, come on. I'm not going to say any names, man. ShowBizz, you unbiased. Oh, thanks, man. I try to be. But I guess bias be pissing y'all off, bro. Because y'all be out there going in. Adrian Broner is going to be Gervonta's downfall. See? Hey, ShowBizz. How did you like Inu? Yo, I went live, bro. That was a classic. That I called that fight with live commentary. It was a classic. Fook Radio Raheem. What's wrong with Radio Raheem? See, T Money T-Money is, dog, you want to talk about an oracle who should have his own channel is T-Money. If you do, my bad. But I'm just saying, that dude knows a lot. To be so young, he's like a kid. He knows about Jack Dempsey and shit. Back in 70s and 80s, we didn't even care about belts, only great bouts. Right, and that's my point. That's why I got to see what this franchise title is all about first, before I just start jumping on the wagon with everybody else, saying I've always been a leader, never a follower, bro. I always been if somebody said that, hey, the sky is blue, I'll be like, well, I got to see. I got to see for myself. You ain't going to just call the sky blue and I'm in the crib and I can't check it out. That's what you think. Maybe you colorblind, that you think the sky is blue. So that's how I am. So when everybody was hating on the franchise title, I'm like, WBC, what Adnan? Like, what is it? And I sat there for 6 hours. Like, it was, not in one sitting. I think it was like 2 hours. And then they called me back and then I called them. And I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? And then once I figured it out, I was like, oh, okay. Ego swear the Bay is the hardest. Boxing Ego. You're funny. Canelo, ShowBizz, Ryan Garcia, Haney, Tank Davis. Who is the brightest young star and will dominate? Look. I'm gonna tell you. They're all even to me. Who's the most complete fighter is Devin Haney. But after I saw what Ryan Garcia was doing, Ryan Garcia put me in my place. I see gaping holes with Ryan Garcia. But what he did with Duno, it doesn't matter, does it? I see gaping holes with Deontay Wilder. What he's been doing, I guess it doesn't matter, does it? You know what I'm saying? So I see huge holes with Tank Davis. But what he's been doing, I guess it doesn't matter. So if you're winning, bro, do what you do. Who's the most complete fighter? Devin Haney. ShowBizz, doesn't the franchise title put us somewhat back in the Mayweather era effect? That was heavy. It represents an idea that Floyd Mayweather was saying, but he was the wrong fighter for it. That's how I feel. It represents the idea that Floyd Mayweather was preaching, but he was the wrong fighter for it. This is what I mean. If, let's say you've given the young, dang, this won't work. I don't want to keep using this guy as an example. Just give me a second. I guess I got to use this guy as an example, like I always do. Let's say you gave Roberto Duran the franchise title. Let's say Roberto Duran was fighting right now. You gave him the franchise title. He'll be like, I get to fight whoever, give me better BF right now. That dude fought Iran Barkley at middleweight and beat him. Let's say you give Floyd Mayweather the franchise title. It doesn't, but you give Roberto Duran the franchise title, you got something. You give Hagler the franchise title, you got something. You give Sugar Ray Leonard the franchise title, you got something. They're hopping around and taking all the big money, big challenges. It depends who got it. That's my problem. It depends. Paul Williams would have been a good one. Exactly. The idea of the franchise title, I'm not against. Who got it? Who has it, though? It's huge. That's why they said the fighter represents, whatever they said. I forgot the word they used. Excellence or something like that. It depends who got it. You give that, the new kid, what's his name? The magician. The magician. What's his name? I like that kid. Regulator, somebody, T-Money. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Tell me who his name. Super middleweight, light heavyweight, the magician. Sims. I knew it. I knew y'all, Anthony Sims. That's right. You give somebody like Anthony Sims the way he is, okay? Let's say he gets a couple titles and you give him the franchise title. You see him? He is mean as hell. Give Better BF the franchise title. It depends who got it. That's going to be the problem. It depends who represents it. So I get what you're saying. Does the franchise title take us back to the Floyd Mayweather days? The idea that Floyd Mayweather was discussing, that came to the truth. It has risen to the top, okay? Floyd Mayweather was right. But the type of fighter he was, yeah, he got a big fan base in the UK. Absolutely. Canelo versus Better BF. Who you think win? I got Canelo. That's the thing that makes me part of the minority. I think Better BF. He doesn't have the wrinkles Canelo has. I think Canelo is a better fighter. ShowBizz. I want to see Inoue next up against Lord Neary. Yeah, I believe we would know where he truly is. Yeah, but you know what? I found out who he truly was against Nonito Donaire. Did you? I found out who he truly was, brother. You didn't see that? I'm talking about this guy was busted, bleeding. Nonito Donaire hurt him a few times. Nonito Donaire is an all-time great fighter. And Nonito Donaire, he didn't fight like he was some kind of guy you run over. Nonito Donaire gave him issues. And I saw where Inoue was at in his heart, what type of warrior he was, how good of a fighter, how he can adjust. I saw so many different levels of Inoue's game. That I know where he's at already. I know where he's at right there. I know where he's at right there. You're not going to answer the question. What happens if the franchise champ loses 3 fights in a row? He's still franchise champ. From my understanding, he's franchise champ. But no one would care to fight him. You know, I would have to see what happens. Did you hear Inoue signed with Top Rank? Good move. You know, if you get paid, get busy. Inoue versus Ringadao. Who you got? Man, you talking about right now? It's a good fight. That's a good fight, man. That's a good fight. Right now, I would lean towards Ringadao. But we'll see. We'll see. As of right now, if that was Ringadao in the ring instead of Nonito Donaire, Ringadao probably will win that fight. ShowBizz, do you think Loma or Canelo don't deserve the franchise title? I'm not here to be holier than thou, making those type of decisions, saying, I'm just sitting. Look, bro. This is why we should have as many boxing analysts on YouTube as possible. This is when everyone say that I'm better than Boxing Ego or better than he knows his sports, so I'm better than what other Dante's Boxing Nation and all that. That was the guy. Barbershop Conversation. When people say that I'm better than them, I really don't care about those statements because you need as many different types of YouTubers as possible. Why? I'm not going to sit back and say what should happen on that level. I don't sit back and say the WBC should do this and that. I think Canelo isn't worthy. Dude, I am a boxing fan who dives deep in the sport of boxing. I love the fight itself. I don't think about who makes the most money between Al Heyman and Eddie Hearn. I don't give a damn. Give me the fights. I speak from a whole different perspective. I want to see the fights. That's ShowBizz the adult. And then when I talk to you guys, I talk about the scrap. I don't do all that other stuff. I just don't have it. I'm too humble for that. I'm too humble for that, bro. Well, we haven't seen the title in effect, the franchise title in effect yet. I'm not here to say I don't. There's things that I don't like about it, and there's things I like about it, but at least we know what it is. If you don't know, now you know. Rewind to the beginning of this live stream when it was defined. Hate it and love it based on what it really is. But what we've been doing is hating it and loving it based on, we don't even know. We just on ignorance. We're saying, hey, this is what's happening. No, that's not the truth. Moving up weight, what do you think? Yeah, I think Inoue should. I think he should shoot for Manny Pacquiao's 8-division title, his legacy. I think he should shoot for it because I think he has the capability to doing it. And Manny Pacquiao lost along the way. He's not undefeated along the way. Take some losses, whatever, but go for that legacy. So how do they crown a new franchise champion? They vote. Hold on. The WBC vote based on the promoter. That's why I said the promoter wins. The promoter wins because they always have this queen, king, this queen, when I meant by queen, I always think about a chessboard. The queen is the most powerful piece. They have a very powerful piece that they can have big fights no matter what. So the promoter put in a request to WBC. Can Lomachenko become the franchise title holder so I can have him fight against Inoue once he gets big and we don't lose anything if he does? The WBC then have a vote. There's a whole board of guys and gals that's a part of the WBC that has a vote. And once they make the vote, if they say yes, then yeah. That's why I said don't be shocked if Errol Spence become WBC champion one day. I mean, WBC franchise champion one day. What's the book I'm reading? I'm reading a few books. No, this is just the boxing list. It's my bad. It's the one with Burt Sugar and Teddy Atlas. I said this is the boxing list. Like you had no idea what that was. ShowBizz. What is your analysis of the best heavyweight, bro? I'm not breaking that down again, bro. I went so hard on that. All in all, yeah, it's a great book. All in all, it's weird to say, but it may be Deontay Wilder. That is weird, but it may be Deontay Wilder, bro. Because that Deontay Wilder proving me wrong. He can't box a lick, but that dude do this right here. If you're anywhere in the room, game over. Let me see. Much respect to you, ShowBizz. Love the channel. Thank you so much. You cannot be a true champion until undisputed. Otherwise, you are a belt holder. That's if you think belts are important. That's if you think belts are important. Canelo Alvarez beat Fielding for his belt. People ain't even counting it. When do you count a belt and when not to? People don't want to give Canelo his love for being a champion at super middleweight. Belts don't matter, bro. Belts collect dust. I'm telling you. I can't believe it. It's terrible. It is terrible. But I figured that out, and that sucks. Biz, it used to be that the mandatory was the next best fight. Yep. But since ducking started, it has been belts mandatory is obsolete. Yeah. Agreed. $20. Oh, my God. Bro, you sure? Did you mean $2? You meant $2, bro. Daryl Alexander, what's going on, ShowBizz? Sorry I'm late to the live chat. I believe I asked you this morning, does being the franchise champ force you to face nothing but other champions? Once again, if you covered this already, I apologize. Don't you ever apologize if you give $20 in a super chat. Daryl, man, much love to you, bro. Yes, the franchise title gives you, it's a designation that gives you that leverage. No matter what weight class you move into, you immediately fight for the championship. You can fight the WBA champion, the WBA champion, whichever one is the biggest fight. That's who you fight for. Thanks for the $20, though. Yeah, that was mad love. I'm a casual trying to learn, man. Much love, bro. Salute to you. Yeah, Eddie, the Ring magazine belt. Oh, yeah, the Ring magazine belt. I love Ring magazine, so. Teofimo Lopez versus Loma. Who you got? Loma. I always thought Teofimo Lopez was too green. I think Comey is a better fight against Loma than Teofimo Lopez. I don't know why people looking past Comey. Like, what the hell happened? Just like the smart young man that asked me Ringadao against Inoue, because he knows why everybody overlooking these guys? Real talk. Good question. Yeah. Wilder is a ducker and cherry-picked his opponents. You know, I don't give blanket statements like that. I don't be like, he's a ducker. I mean, obviously, he's not a ducker. He ducked AJ, though. I'm sorry, y'all. I know there's huge Deontay Wilder fans out there. You know, I'm not a fanboy or a hater. You guys should know me enough. But when you don't fight for $120 million, bro, what the hell? Bro, I'm so sorry. He ducked AJ. Why? I don't know. But the reason they gave is Fugazi. Because they said when he fought Brazil, it was loyalty to Showtime. His next fight against Ortiz ain't on Showtime. It's on Fox pay-per-view. So you're sitting back like, This dude just blew $120 million. I don't care. Deontay Wilder either was gamed by Shelby. You're right. Either he was gamed, and now he's like, yo, dog, you better give me $120 million. He could, who knows? Deontay Wilder could be sitting back like, hey, bro, your next fight, this next fight better be for $100 million. Because I just missed $120 million. I would be sitting back looking at my kids like, yo, daddy just missed $120 million. Bro, whatever happened, I'm not sure why that was a duck. Is he a ducker? I mean, nah. Deontay Wilder, when he took on the boogeyman Ortiz, that wasn't a duck move. That first fight against Ortiz, everybody was ducking them. Ortiz actually took PEDs and got caught to prepare for Deontay Wilder. So Deontay Wilder didn't duck Ortiz. That was the boogeyman, and people overlooked that. Let me see. Facts. DT3, the Boone Man. Where do you seeing him getting a chance at the purse like that again? Oh, you talking about Deontay Wilder? Never, bro. Bro, that's one of those things that's like, ouch. Man, that's why I will forever say he ducked AJ on that one. Not that he's afraid of AJ. Man, Deontay Wilder stepped right in my house and kicked me in my ass. Okay? So I'm not going to look at and say Deontay Wilder is anything. All I'm saying is you missed out on $120 million, bro. That's where I'm at. On an AJ fight twice. That's a legacy fight. A legacy fight on top of that. Man, for undisputed. Hard to believe Wilder was duped that bad. He just couldn't be that dim. I don't know. Derek Chisora versus Usyk. Yeah, I heard about that this morning. I'm still wrapping my brain around that. Usyk versus Wilder, who you got? It's one of those things. Usyk is a far better fighter than Deontay Wilder. But if Deontay Wilder touches him anywhere, he'll put him to sleep. So but I've seen Deontay Wilder miss Tyson Fury all night. So and plus, Usyk gonna have offense of his own. You know, he's gonna be hitting Deontay Wilder. But right now, Deontay Wilder. You know, I got him beating Usyk right now. Thought it was blood pressure medicine that was caught in the test. Oh, was it Jim Brown? Blood pressure medicine? Oh, okay. Because I thought it was a performance enhancement drug. I have to, from my understanding, I thought it was. DT3 says Usyk is a patient fighter, though. Man, that's one hell of a thing to try to duck a right hand for 12 rounds, bro. And Usyk doesn't, because I don't think Deontay Wilder can punch down effectively. But Usyk, he moves his hand side to side and uses his feet like Holyfield. It's hard. Ask Tyson Fury. He tried to duck that right hand for 12 rounds, got knocked down twice. So, you know, that's a tough fight. That's a tough fight for Usyk, bro. He only fought one heavyweight, you know. He fought in amateurs at heavyweight, so... You know, yeah. They said it's banned because it's used to mask other. Oh yeah, that's what it was. Thank you, Jose. ShowBizz, do you give up the regular WBC belt to become franchise? If so, how can you fight other champions without the actual belt? Yes, you cannot be. Okay. The franchise title trumps the WBC full-time title. This is why. I got to sit back. The WBC full-time title is restricted to that weight class. The franchise title follows you in every weight class. So when you fight in that weight class, Canelo Alvarez is the WBC light heavyweight champion over Better BF right now. It trumps it. That's why Canelo Alvarez was wearing 2 belts after he beat Kovalev. He had the WBC belt on his shoulder. Remember? He's a unified champion. I missed a super chat. What's that, 10 pound or whatever? Man, thank you so much. Do you feel like there is a conspiracy against White from the WBC for him to not fight Wilder? It feels inconsistent with the way the WBC work when it comes to Dillian White. I got to leave in a minute. When it comes to White getting his title shot. What's your name again? Loop Digger. Let me tell you something, Loop. I think the WBC, is it a conspiracy? I think the WBC didn't value Dillian White. Yo, they didn't value Dillian White, okay? 2, Dillian White failed the drug test. He got it his own way. Just when he was getting there, he got it his own way. Still, though, they didn't value Dillian White. They didn't. Another thing, though, Dillian White was turning down fights, right? Didn't Dillian White turn down Ortiz? He was turning down fights that the WBC was saying you got to fight. And that Dillian White was getting in his own way. So he wasn't building a good relationship. He wasn't doing the right things. With that said, though, it's a little strange. It's a little strange that Tyson Fury immediately becomes a WBC mandatory. So it's funky, but Dillian White is as responsible. He's as responsible as the WBC. They're both equally responsible for that mess. Hit the like. Great info here, guys. Thank you so much. There's something I'm trying to get to. Franchise belt is a shame for the sport. We the people should speak up and not recognize that as a championship. It all depends. If the next fight is Canelo versus Beterbiev, we all gonna be sitting there just like this with popcorn, front row. I'm gonna be sitting here just like this here. I'm gonna turn this on, and I'm gonna get all this going. I'm gonna have so much popcorn going, bro. So I don't care. I honestly don't care. You give me the fight, and I'm on this here. I don't. Yo, go ahead and bounce, man. You got to recover. Regulator, you're about right, because I am. My belly button is really killing me. Is the live going to be a regular? You misspelled this time. Is the live going to be a regular? Whoa, you got me, dog. You got me, dog. I can't. I have no idea. Clarissa Shields versus Ann Wolf. Whoops. Beterbiev, straight Habib of boxing. Yeah. Love this stream. Wow, thank you so much, man. This stream turned into something else. I'm skeptical, but not trying to knock it yet. Me too. Fist bump. Boom. That's exactly how I feel. Will you be willing to sing Super Freak on your next video? I'm going to sing Super Freak live for the KSI. My KSI versus Logan Paul live stream is going to be hilarious. There was something I was going to say. Skeptical. Yeah, here's the thing. Oh, you should do a live every week since the ESPN chat got shut down. Somebody shut down the ESPN chat? What y'all do, man? Man, what y'all do, man? Who did that? Real life. I should go live for discussions like, nah, okay, life. I'm going to have to do that, brother. Who did that, man? T-Money, you do that, bro? Y'all bogus, man. Oh, ESPN killed it. No comment. T-Money was like, there's no... T-Money sent a letter by Raven, Bird Messenger. He was just... That mug got there. They were just like, dude, to white to the... Oh, my God. And ended ESPN shit. Speak about Joey Spencer before. No, I mean, he got a lot of upside, you know. Biz, Loma versus Inu at 125. What do you think? Now we're talking. I like that fight. I think Loma south of 135. You got to be a big guy to give Loma problems. Far better than Fanon. Keep it up. Like I said, I'm humbled by that, bro. Somehow, you guys, you show business partners, skyrocket me past a lot of these guys. Okay, I remember just last year or just a couple months ago, I used to look at other channels and look at their subscriber count and be like, man, dude, like, that's a lot of subscribers. And y'all were just like, boop, boop, boop. And so thank you so much, man. You guys represented very well. So I'm nothing without you guys. Honestly, I'm nothing without you guys. If Ward came back, you think he can give Canelo a good match after 2 years off? Man, I think he'll beat him after 2 years off. He'll beat him after 2 years off. But, hey, look, you guys, I think I got to go. My show business partners, they definitely see that I'm not doing that good. And they're like, hey, bro, go to the crib. I feel y'all. So I'm about to head out. I tried my best, man, to make this a long stream, but you guys all right. I got my Ultimate Warrior blanket. I'm about to roll up like this, watch some boxing, do a good job, man. So thank you guys for showing up, man. ShowBizz the dope. Thank you so much. I'm out. Huh. Whew.